Hello, YouTube. It's been a year and a half since I posted that last video, and what a journey it's been. What a journey it's been. If you have not already watched that video, you can go back and watch it. I'm keeping it up. This is a year and a half later update. And I just want to talk about kind of where I've been. And in that last video, I left off in a very dark, confusing, but also very fertile state. And since that video, I have gotten the diagnosis. From the medical perspective, I gotten the diagnoses that I needed to catapult me into deeper self exploration. And in that video, I was also talking about how I really wanted to share and I wanted to just like tell my experience and share it with people. That was a lie. That was a lie. I actually needed to pull myself inwards more and not share not any of it, because if you follow me on Instagram, I'm really active in my stories and I do share a lot there, and I started posting more on my actual feed from a creative lens perspective. So yeah, I really needed to like harness my energy back in and just really be with everything that was coming up. Throughout this year and a half, things got really intense, and I was shown parts of myself that I've never met before. I've never met those parts before, and they came up to be transmuted and felt and experienced. And I've also experienced joys and pleasures that I've never felt before. So leaving that year and a half space of Bria, we left her there. And when I was rewatching that video, I was just graciously just humbled by life itself and how beautiful it is when we allow the seed to be put into the dark, cold, wet soil, to then be cracked open, to grow, to receive all of the nutrients and support that it needs to grow. And this last year and a half, I've really put myself in that position to water the fertile soil of the seed of my heart, essentially. It's been a lot of heart work and a lot of releasing and surrendering to my faith in something greater, and feeling deeper levels of compassion and forgiveness and self trust, man. Self trust, like really trusting myself to like make the right decisions to move me forward. And life's just lifing, like I mentioned in that video also, like I just want to share like a real perspective. Like in no way ever am I trying to be someone that tells other people exactly what to do and how to do it. I'm here to amplify the truth, to amplify what is already here, and to reflect it back to you, or to show you my perspective about how I move through this human experience. And whatever you take, you take. Whatever you leave. But one thing I do know, regardless of the timeline, is I am not meant to be silenced. My spirit, my soul, my essence here as a woman in this body, in this time, I am not meant to be silenced. My energy is meant to be felt and heard, and I have been on to something about wanting to share and wanting to express myself through social media, and using this as a portal into connecting with other souls. Social media rewiring the way that I see and interact with the world and how I let people receive me. So I was onto something. I've been onto something for the last like 6 years, really working on rearranging the energy within myself to be able to hold the vision of wealth and abundance and impact on people to, like, we're just floating around here, and like I really want to be that plug with the tools and the inspiration. Like, I don't have to know it all, but fuck, if I can inspire you to do your own research, find your own answers, or give you a key, soul mission complete. Soul mission complete. This last year and a half has really awoken me even more than I already was to the simple fact that I am whole as I am. I was born into this world whole and complete and perfect. And it was the world, society that I was born into that made me believe I had to be something else other than that. Perfect. And this is the journey of a human on earth. This is the full spectrum human experience. We can experience all ends of emotion and situations. And it's the remembering that we are created divinely that is the catalyst. It's the remembering and forgetting and remembering and forgetting again, and finding that equilibrium where you can exist within that space. You can exist within that teetering space, knowing that it's already written and everything is perfect. And your only job here, speaking to myself, but also just speaking to you if it resonates, but speaking on my experience, like the only thing that matters is how in tune I can be with myself in the moments. How in tune can I be with myself in these macro moments that when something is presented to me, where I remember my ability to choose. I have the power. You have the power to choose. I believe that the highest energetic frequency that exists within humans among Earth is belief. I hear a lot of people talking about, highest frequency is love. Yes, I do agree with it is a very high frequency, but I also could feel like a close second is belief. Because when you believe in something and you put your mind behind that belief, and then you put your actions behind that belief, you can create whatever the fuck you want. Not just physical, not just possessions and things around you, but you can create whatever the fuck you want. And that includes the way that you see yourself, the way that you view yourself, the way that you're honest with yourself. Everything shifts when you take responsibility. Everything shifted when I took responsibility and have continuously taken aligned action to change my life in accordance to my new beliefs. It's still a work in progress. I am nowhere near have cracked the code, but I've cracked the code for this present moment to feel nourishment and movement within my body and my nervous system and my mind. To fucking trust myself, dude. Like, trust. Are you kidding me? I spent my whole fucking life questioning myself, looking to other people for answers, trying to give me. I'm like literally getting like watery eyed for this shit. Like, this hits so deep because, like, gosh, golly gee willikers. Like, thank you, God, for my ability to like listen, like, to create a new life and to pivot out of what you used to be in, and knowing that you don't want to do that shit anymore. You don't want to be that way anymore. it's not always about doing something. It's about shutting the fuck up and listening, taking responsibility, allowing the truth to be seen and also felt, because the emotions are trapped in the body. And I feel like this last year and a half, I've been really focused on my mindset. I feel like the few years before that, I was focused on my spiritual, I was going to say spiritual set, technically, my energetic spiritual health and understanding those realms and swimming in it. Like I have a Pisces moon, and I'm like 99% of my conversations involve something like astral or some type of like really enhanced spiritual experience, because that's how I experience the world. You have your spiritual, and then the last few year and a half really like working on my mental, getting my mind right. And now I'm moving into the body, which I have been calling this process the descension process. Took me the fuck out the past 5 years, like took me out of my body to try to escape. And healing has this weird way, like in this like industrialized society of healing, like in a way you can get too caught up in it and it takes you way out of your body, and you're then like kind of like walking this line of like spiritual psychosis in a way. I honestly was walking that line. That's why I'm speaking from facts. But this descension process of taking everything that's in the spiritual and in the mental and bringing it down into the body, down into the root, at the root, and integrating this experience of knowledge and wisdom and bringing it down into this actual experience so it can be embodied and lived. Like, what the fuck is information and knowledge? And if you're not going to live it, like if you're not actually going to put it into practice and like walk the walk, like no fucking point. At that point, it's kind of like performance. And if it's not performance for someone else, you're like performing for your ego. Like, that's it's just wild. It's wild. But ultimately, what I want to say, I don't want to talk too long. I want to keep it compact and direct because I could rant. I could rant. But knowing that I can rant, I have been also in the last just like 6 months really putting my attention into building an online business and merging my desire to share my life and to help other people mixed with online business, digital marketing, and blending these two worlds to create like substantial expansion in all areas of my life. So, in order to meet that energy of substantial abundance and expansion, I've been preparing my nervous system to hold the level of success that I really do see for myself in this digital space, whether it's Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, emails, business, events. Like there's so many things, and I've been really fine tuning my energy to be able to hold all of this and to show up and serve, because if I'm swimming in my own emotions, I can't sustain a business, you know? But that's the key. We are emotional beings, and that's like a feminine aspect, and there's also this masculine aspect of the background of a business while still honoring my fucking emotions. And dude scared me. Yeah, see, I'm getting a little ranty. Okay, pull it back. But this really is the beginning this time. I keep doing that. I'm in and then I'm out, but I've never felt this grounded before. So that's how I know. I'm here. So YouTube, I am really going to use this space as a like space of vlogs and like updates, like life updates, maybe some like guided meditation stuff, maybe some, if I feel like just talking like a longer set video, it'll go here. But I do, oh my god, there's like hairs all over me, nasty. So yeah, this is just kind of a place here on YouTube specifically that we're just getting a little bit more realer. Like, I really have a vision of starting a podcast, and who knows, maybe the video version of the podcast will go on here. And I don't know, the possibilities are endless, man. I'm a creator. I'm the creatrix of my own life. Everything is possible. So, yeah. Um, I'm alive. I'm well. If you're going off that last video. And just thank you for being here. If you watched all the way through, thank you for being here. And cheers to what's next. Um, yeah, expect more of me and my energy and my like true essence, which is really magnetic Leo energy that is activating within me, and I feel it and I believe it and I know it, and it's a force, baby. It's a force. So I keep telling myself like, "Hey girl, are you ready? Are you ready?" When I say it to you, are you ready? All right. I'm out. I love you. 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 And you are loved. Okay. Bye.